Hello, Blackhawks Nation. Welcome to Blackhawks Daily, your favorite recap of daily buzz about your Chicago Blackhawks. I'm your host, PJ. Thank you so much for tuning in on this extremely slow and dry offseason. We've talked about it before. We know that the old thumbnails on these videos don't really match the videos themselves because there really isn't much to talk about. So we're just dredging up what we can, keep the hockey jonesing at bay until the puck drops on October 7th. We're about 6 weeks away from or actually about a month away, kind of, sort of, middle of September till training camp. So we're getting there slowly but surely. Summer's almost over. School's already starting. So, the end is near, as we say. So let's get into it. The top 4 topics of today. And today we're going to start on kind of a sour note. So I wish this is the kind of news we didn't have to cover for today. The Blackhawks are continuing to face more off-ice issues with the latest lawsuit. So, former Blackhawks public relations staffer is suing the team for wrongful termination. The suit alleges discrimination. It's yet another public relations issue as a former employee suing the team, wrongful termination and discrimination. The Athletics Blackhawks co-beat writers Mark Lazarus and Scott Powers were the first to report that the latest off-ice lawsuit that the team is facing. The team's former public relations manager, Anthony Filomena, is accusing the team of discrimination and being treated differently by his supervisor for being gay. Filomena alleges that he was fired on May 3rd, 2024, a day after complaining to his supervisor that another senior official within the organization was angry with him after giving an interview to Outsports.com about his work in sports and his sexuality. The interview appeared on the website in April of 2024. Filomena said he received permission from the team owner, Danny Wirtz, via text message to do the interview as it would help the team's image in the LGBTQ plus community. Lazarus and Powers outlined that Filomena told his supervisor that he was being criticized because of his sexual orientation. He was fired a day later despite having a perfect rating on performance review a month earlier. The Blackhawks responded to Lazarus and Powers by saying Filomena was fired for misconduct over 6 months. Quote, Mr. Filomena was terminated for cause due to multiple instances of misconduct over a period of 6 months. He received multiple written communications outlining expectations, including a formal written warning prior to his dismissal. His termination was solely due to continued misconduct and disregard for our company policies. End quote. And this was the official Blackhawks statement to the lawsuit. So the off-ice controversies surrounding the team continue. This is the third major lawsuit brought against the organization within the last 18 months, which is not great. The Hawks were sued by a former cultural advisor last year for sexual harassment, breach of conduct, and fraud. A former Blackhawks player under the name of John Doe filed suit in June for the team's failure to act when they were informed in 2010 of a sexual assault allegations against a former video coach, Brad Aldridge. The team eventually settled with former first-round pick Kyle Beach for not properly addressing his allegations toward Aldridge. In early 2022, then-owner Rocky Wirtz tirade towards reporters for asking what measures the team implemented to make sure nothing like this ever happened again only made things look worse for the club. The franchise also faced some negative blowback after foregoing wearing Pride Night warm-up jerseys on Pride Night at the United Center in 2023. The front office cited safety concerns for the 3 Russian players after Russia passed anti-gay legislation. Some players were not buying the excuse since other NHL players were opting out, citing religious or personal beliefs against supporting LGBTQ plus rights. This latest lawsuit does not bode well for owner Danny Wirtz's leadership. Trust in him continues to erode as the franchise continues to rack up losses on the ice while lawsuits pile up off of it. Not a great look. It's just not a great look, and I'm sorry that this continues to happen. So we're going to see what happens with this one. Hopefully this gets settled quickly. Moving on from there, it is the 100th season, so let's take a look at some good things that we have in our history in regards to our goalies. We're gonna talk twice about goalies tonight. In the history of the NHL, there are 15 goaltenders who have recorded at least 400 regular season wins. From that list, 4 have played for the Chicago Blackhawks. Marc-Andre Fleury, who's ranked second with 575 wins. Ed Belfour, fifth with 484 regular season wins. Tony Esposito, 11th with 423 wins. Glenn Hall, 12th at 407. 8 players in NHL history have recorded at least 80 career shutouts. 2 of them, Glenn Hall with 84 and Dominik Hasek, 81, played for the Hawks. In their careers with the Hawks, 4 goaltenders were credited with at least 200 wins. Tony Esposito with 418, Glenn Hall 276, Corey Crawford 260, and Eddie the Eagle, Mr. Belfour, 201. 3 goaltenders had recorded at least 40 shutouts while with the Chicago Blackhawks. Tony Esposito, 74, Glenn Hall, 51, and Charlie Gardner, 42. And what about adding some offense? 3 netminders in Blackhawks history have been credited with at least 10 assists while playing for the franchise. Tony Esposito, 25, Ed Belfour, 18, and Murray Bannerman, 10. And if you didn't hear that turd name coming out of Pat Foley's vocal cords, well, have you even lived? Blackhawks all-time playoff performers. Let's talk about the postseason for a moment. In the history of the organization, only 4 goalies have won at least 30 playoff games. Corey Crawford, 52, Tony Esposito, 45, Ed Belfour, 35, and Glenn Hall, 31. And while playing for the Blackhawks, 4 goalies have recorded at least 5 shutouts in playoff action. Tony Esposito, 6 shutouts. Charlie Gardner, 5, Glenn Hall, 5, and Corey Crawford, 5. Murray Bannerman, 5, Corey Crawford, 2, were the only Blackhawks goaltenders to record multiple assists in the playoffs for the franchise. Pretty interesting. Okay, moving on from there. So we just broke down the Blackhawks' all-time great goaltenders who had the most wins, the shutouts. How do the Blackhawks legends ranked among the all-time greats in the NHL? So we were focused on the stats. Now it makes sense that we turn our attention to the awards of the best goaltender in the league each year, the Vezina Trophy. 4 of the greatest netminders in NHL history have won the award multiple times while playing for the Blackhawks. Tony Esposito leads the way with 3 Vezina Trophy wins. Here are the 10 seasons during which 7 different Blackhawk goaltenders won or shared the Vezina Trophy. 1931 to 32, Charlie Gardner. 1933 to 34, Charlie Gardner. 34 to 35, Lauren Chabot. 62 to 63, Glenn Hall. 66 to 67, Glenn Hall and Denis Desjardins. 69 to 70, Tony Esposito. Also, that year, Tony Esposito also won the Calder Memorial Trophy that season. 71-72, Tony Esposito and Gary Smith. 73 and 74, Tony Esposito and Bernie Parent. 1990 and 1991, Ed Belfour, and Belfour also won the Calder Memorial Trophy that season. In 92-93, Ed Belfour again. Also, let's talk about the Jennings Trophy winners. Since 1981, the NHL has awarded the William M. Jennings Trophy to goalies having played a minimum of 25 games for the team with the fewest goals scored against it during the regular season. And if you're wondering about Tony O and Bernie Parent sharing the Vezina Trophy in 1973 to 1974, the Vezina was given for this distinction from 1946 to 1981. Since 1981, the Blackhawks have earned the Jennings Trophy 5 times, with 2 primary goalies accomplishing this feat. 1990 to 1991, Ed Belfour. 1992, 93, Belfour. 94, 95, Belfour. 2012 to 2013, Corey Crawford and Ray Emery. And 2014 to 2015, Corey Crawford and Carey Price. Whew, that's a lot of stats. So many stats. All right. And finally, some hot takes. So, all of these repeat offenders, God bless you guys. Tom P505 says, good morning, day off work today, watching from home. Great channel, great info about our Hawks. Keep up the great reporting, and thanks. Of course, sir. God bless you. Always happy to be there. Both Lester 7L1 and Beans 7014 birthday wishes and good barbecue wishes. You know, I will say it was a pretty damn good birthday. I do this, just for fun. I also do a podcast that's a top 0.5% podcast globally. And I've been doing that for 3 years. And I've been doing it with a gentleman that I actually never met in person before. So Friday, I got to meet him for the first time in person, which is actually kind of nuts. So I had a lot of fun on Friday doing that. Thursday night, my beautiful, gorgeous rock star of a wife, and truly she is a much larger star than I. She is a 2-time USA Today best-selling author. She's written 40 novels. She surprised me with tickets to go see Billy Idol. So that was an amazing time. So that birthday was great. Barbecue competition, as you know, Saturday, it was hot as balls. And so we were down in Fairbury and kind of got our asses kicked. But I drank my body weight in alcohol and had a great time. So had a great weekend. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. It's Monday, or when you're seeing this, it's Monday. Right now, the Bears are playing, and we're absolutely spanking the Bills. So I'm having a great time. So I hope that your Monday starts off as well as the Bears are finishing this game. And I wish you just the most fantabulous Monday you could possibly have. And let's keep the love going for the Hawks. Thank you so much for that. That's going to be a wrap for today, Blackhawks Nation. Please keep tuning in. Please keep showing up and giving your support. Really love you guys. You're always so positive. You're always so supportive. Please keep liking and sharing. And thank you for your subscriptions. Please keep telling your friends. As we ramp up for the season, we're just trying to get through this off season, and then we're going to have so much to talk about, so much to just get on the old bandwagon with, because I think we're going to have a good year. I really do. In my bones, we're going to have a good year. Until they prove us wrong, I don't think they're going to prove us wrong. I think we're going to shock a lot of people this year. I think we're going to put together a better year than what's expected. So I'm looking forward to it. I think Blashill is going to bring some magic this year. I think Davidson's going to get us going in the right direction. So that's just me, the eternal optimist. But hey, what are we going to do? So thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and of all your support for the channel, for your support for this fantastic Original Six team, and for the best city in the world. And that's it. So that does it for today. I'm PJ, and I will see you next time on the Blackhawks Daily.